Hey guys, the first thing you're gonna do is protect your eyebrows and your hairline using a non-toxic glue stick because we are going to use gelatin paste later. Now we are using a cling wrap or plastic wrap and we are going to wrap it around our head. It will give us an extra layer of protection from the glue gun we are going to use later. Now I'm using a cloth to cover the cling wrap. You can also use a bald cap if you have one. This will be another layer of protection for our head. Applying red lipstick to the eyelid. You can also use eyeshadow if you have. These will be our new cheekbones. I made them using cotton, tissue paper and gelatin paste, veg starch or tapioca flour. You can also use latex mixed with wheat flour. Checking the temperature of gelatin paste here, do not apply hot gelatin directly to your face. When the temperature is bearable, apply the gelatin to your face. Wait for a second or two and then apply whatever you want to stick to your face. To smooth the edges of the cheekbones, I am going to take some cotton, place it on the edge of the cheekbone and I am going to smoothen it out using gelatin paste. To make it extra secure, we are using skin tape. I am also using the skin tape to join the two pieces together. Apply a layer of gelatin, let it dry a bit, apply cotton over it and shape it as you want. Then apply another layer of gelatin on it and let it dry completely. We are going to be following the same technique throughout the video. I'll also use some tissue paper or toilet paper in between to give it more structure, as you can see. So I'm gonna stop blabbering and you can just watch me sculpt the face. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment below. I'll definitely get back to you. You can use tissue paper or toilet paper to just cover the cotton and give it more structural integrity. You can also use it to smoothen the surface. Also guys, I cannot emphasize it enough. Let it dry. Be very patient because if the layer beneath is not dry, the cotton will get all soggy and then it will not adhere to anything. The whole thing will just come off and it will be structurally very weak. So who is Surt or Surtur as in Old Norse mythology? He is a fire giant who lives in the realm of Muspelheim, which is the land of fire demons. He is the strongest of his kind and he leads his kind into war against the greater gods. According to the prophecy, Surtur's sword called Twilight will bring upon the destruction of Asgard, which is one of the 7 realms. The whole world will sink in water and these series of events that will lead to the destruction of the whole world and the death of the higher gods is called as Ragnarok. So which is a prophecy which is mentioned in the Norse mythology. Also please correct me if I'm wrong. I totally understand I could go wrong in a lot of places. So if you know more about the mythology, feel free to comment. I would love to learn something new. So yeah. I have tried to combine both the mythological character and the character as depicted in Thor Ragnarok. So yeah, that's that. We are going to hot glue this piece to our head. This is why we needed those extra layers of protection. Again, the cotton and the skin tape are for your protection because we are going to be hot gluing the headpiece to your head later. Also, don't stick the skin tape in pieces. The headpiece is not going to stay. I learned the hard way. Don't do the same mistake. We're also going to be hot gluing the teeth. I'm using those cheap acrylic nails as teeth. For this fang, I used 3 different nail sizes and just glued them together and applied a layer of glue, liquid glue or Fevicol to smoothen the appearance. It got really dark outside. Adding a layer of cotton over the teeth that we just stuck. Glued down the teeth on the lower jaw. Make sure everything is completely dry before you proceed with the next step. Using a very thick paste of Fuller's Earth or Multani Mitti with water. My headpiece fell off because I used the skin tape in pieces. I'm gonna let the gelatin dry and I'll apply Multani Mitti to my body and remaining parts of the face. Painted the body off camera, but I'm going to show what technique I used. So yeah, make sure you apply a very thick layer of Fuller's Earth to your face, so that way when it dries up, the cracks will be more prominent. Now you just have to use yellow or bright orange or vermilion color and just get in there, get in those crevices, get the paint in those crevices. Don't be shy. You can use any type of paints for this. I used acrylic paints for yellow and orange, and for the black I had to use poster, but it was so late. I had been working for like 10 to 11 hours and I just forgot, and I used acrylic paint. So the thing is that it flashed a lot because acrylic paints are shiny and I wanted a matte finish. That I realized later, that is the next day. So I repainted the whole mask and I wore it and did some modifications to it that you will see now. There were some spots that needed black, so I touched that up and I just replaced the yellow with vermilion or bright red. And now I'm using a mixture of any kind of white moisturizer, and I added in some orange red food coloring. So I'm just pouring the liquid in the crevices so it looks like the lava is oozing out of the crevices. So yeah, that's what I did. And we are finally done. Did you just watch the whole video? What are you doing with your life? Well, anyway, do subscribe, hit the bell, and here are some videos that I think you might like, so go check them out.